All right, what's going on, guys? So I'm about to break down the method that I use to lose body fat and to gain muscle, whichever one that it is that you want to do, whether you're starting off with tits or whether you're skinny as hell, whichever one it is. This is the for sure way. It's very simplified. I know there's people that don't really know where to start. They don't know what to do. They want to gain muscle. They want to lose fat. If you're skinny fat, you need to cut down a little bit and lose some of that fat and then bulk up. Whatever it is that you want to plan. If you need more in-depth coaching, you can email me at optimalmancoaching@gmail.com. However, I'm going to give you guys basically everything you need to get started in the gym and succeed and start seeing results. Because for the beginning of my journey in the gym, it honestly, it's a waste. When I think back on it, it's a waste because I could have been making gains, but I didn't know any of this. I learned it online. Shout out to Hermosi. I didn't know what this was. I didn't understand calories. I didn't understand macros. I didn't understand protein. So I'm going to give you the bro version of the most simplified way, okay? So if you don't understand it, and if you've been going to all these other YouTubers that I remember when I used to look it up and they'd be these science nerds, you don't understand what they're saying, right? I'm going to simplify it for you guys for you to understand that even a dumb idiot could understand it. So if you're a dumb idiot, you're in luck. I got you. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. So first, I'm going to give you guys a quick little look at a before and after of how I started. So this is where let me make sure that my camera's not in the way because I believe I'm up here. So this is how I started, right? So quick little story before I get into it. So right here, I was not going to the gym. I was addicted to Percocets. I was addicted to pills, and I had no discipline in my life until I decided to make a change, right? I quit the Percocets November 17th of 2020. And so this is me a couple months ago because this is like my cutting phase, right? Right now I am maintaining. However, this is my cutting phase. So that's the before and that's the now. And then I'll go ahead and show you guys. Actually, I will show you guys the timeline afterward. Actually, I'll show you guys right now. Buckle up. All right. So this is when I was 16, right? When I was 16, I started off at 130 pounds. 130. This was me right here. My arms were about 13 inches. And so here I am going to the gym. As you can see, no gains at all. But at this point, I wasn't even taking it seriously. Then after we got me right here, addicted to pills, you can see my arms. This is the same shirt. Once I started bulking, once I used this method that I'm about to show you, this is what happened. Obviously, I gained some fat along the way because there was still things that I was learning that I know now that I could teach you guys. However, I gained some fat along the way, but I also gained a lot of muscle. Right here, as you can see, my arms are skinnier. Right here, they're about 15.5 inches. So I started off at 13, went up to 15.5 inches. So I gained a few inches on my arms, and my bench went from 135 to 225. 225 was my PR. I hit it once. And so, as you can see, I'm definitely bigger than when I started because I started at 130, went up to 200 pounds. That's a 70-pound difference. But obviously, I gained some fat along the way, so I had to cut. As you can see right here, I have more muscle, but I also have more fat. And then I had to cut, all right? So that's just showing you guys that I know what I'm talking about because obviously I've done some changes myself. So let's go ahead and get into it. For those of you who are lost and you don't know, go ahead and grab your favorite tea, grab whatever it is you want because I'm about to explain this. So I need your full attention. Don't go down to the comments. Don't watch other videos. Don't click on shorts. Don't listen to your girlfriend. If your girlfriend texts you, say, hey, listen, I'm busy right now, okay? Gain muscle or lose fat. All right. So, by the title, gain muscle and lose fat. You can do both. However, I'm going to tell you specifically, if you're fat and you have tits and you're tired of seeing your tits and you're tired of using bras, then I'm going to tell you where to start. If you're skinny, like me, when I started, I was extremely skinny because I have genetics to just be skinny, and you need to gain muscle, which I believe is harder. I'm going to also tell you where to start. So, all right. I hope you guys can see this well. Let me see. Maybe I need to zoom in a little more. Okay, so let's get right into it. This is a very, very simple method. And if you follow this, 100% you will get results. So for those of you who say, I'm not gaining size, I'm not gaining weight, I'm not gaining muscle, well, the simple thing is to eat more. However, how much do you need to eat? You might think you're eating more, but in reality, you're not. However, if you write this down and you follow it, you create your plan, which I can help you customize. If you create your plan and you hit that goal every single day, you're going to gain weight, you're going to succeed, you're going to get your result. So let's get right into it. All right, so 1 through 21, that's my bad. Let's go ahead and say, let me see if I can edit it. 7. Okay, there we go. 7 through 21, right? So 7 through 21. So out of these, this is your list of numbers. Depending on what your goal is, you got to take one of these numbers, and then you take one of these, 7 through 21, whichever one it is, whatever your goal is, you're going to want to multiply that by your body weight in pounds. So let's just say that, well, once you take that number, you multiply by your body weight in pounds, and that's when you're going to get your calories, right? This is my first time doing this on a video because I've explained this so many times to so many people that at this point I said I need to make a video. Especially when I was trying to use the Omegle app, and I was talking to this guy because I was trying to get some content, and this guy was hopping on Tren, but he didn't even know what macros were. So how are you going to hop on Tren and you don't know what macros are, right? So this video is for you guys. So like I said, you take one of these numbers, you multiply it times your body weight in pounds, and then that's what your calorie is going to be. That's your caloric goal for however long it takes to reach your goal. So let's say you're fat and you want to see your abs. That's going to be your caloric goal. Whatever number multiplied by your body weight in pounds, that is your calories. That is your goal for however long it takes. So if it takes a month, cool. If it takes 2 months, cool. If it takes 3 months, cool. Obviously, you're going to be able to have certain days where you could probably eat whatever you want. However, for at least 5 days out of the week, you're going to want to be eating and hitting that goal so that you can make sure that you hit your goal, all right? So you hit your target. So, example, extreme cut. 7 through 9, 7, 8, and 9 is going to be your extreme cut, meaning if you want to cut rapidly and you might lose some muscle, I'll tell you how to maintain some of the muscle. I'll let you know right after. However, 7, 8, and 9, that's your extreme cut, meaning you're going to lose weight a lot more rapidly and you're probably going to risk losing some muscle. So if you take these 3 numbers and you multiply it times your body weight, that's going to be your calories. Whatever you need to eat, you're going to be on a caloric deficit, right? Because in order to cut, here's your maintenance level. This is what your body needs to stay the same. Caloric deficit is underneath the maintenance level, meaning your body is being deprived of the calories it needs, so you're going to lose that fat. Your body's going to start using up your fat to shred. And so, next, we got steady cut. With these 10, 11, and 12, you're going to see a steady progression. You're not going to see it as fast as the extreme cut, but you're going to have a steady progression. You're going to go ahead and hit those calories, and let's just say you use number 12 and it's close to maintenance, so you don't really see the results that you want to see. So you drop it down, right? So let's just say you're at 12 times your body weight and it's not working. You drop it down to 11 or drop it down to 10. I personally used 10 and it worked. It worked very fine. It's not like an extremely crazy. I've tried 7 and 8, and I'll tell you, you're not going to be very, very well. If you can stick to it, there's nothing impossible. However, you're going to be a lot hungrier than if you go ahead and go with the steady cut with the 10. 10 is the recommended personally, unless you just really want to get that fat off and you're tired of seeing your tits. Next, we got the maintenance. Let's say you hit your goal, right? Let's say you hit your goal and now you want to maintain that. Let's say you have tits and you just want to maintain your tits. That's what you're going to hit, the maintenance. Let's say you're skinny and you just love being skinny. That's what you're going to hit. But ideally, if you lost the weight and now you're shredded, or if you gained the muscle and now you have the body that you want, this is what you're going to want to be at. That calorie range is what you're going to want to be at, because 13 through 15 is your maintenance. That's about what your body needs to sustain the muscle and the level that it's at. So it's not going to be losing weight and it's not going to be gaining weight. So your body's going to stay just about the same. So next, we got the steady bulk. If you want to bulk, if you are very skinny, give me a second. If you're very skinny, and let's just say you're tired of being skinny, you want to put on some muscle. If you multiply your body weight in pounds times 16 through 18, 16, 17, 18, you're going to see progress. You're going to start to put on some size. You're going to start to put on some pounds. You're going to start to put on some muscle. Okay? You're going to gain a little bit of fat along the way. It's a part of the bulk. If you dirty bulk, you're going to get very fat. Like, that was one of the mistakes that I made. And if you clean bulk, then you're going to gain a little bit of fat, but it's not going to be as much. Like, if you're just eating straight up meats, chicken, protein, right? You're eating chicken, steak, shrimp, all this stuff, your body is going to burn it off a lot quicker. And so, therefore, you're not going to have as much fat as if you bulk up eating the calories from Oreos and milkshakes and whatever the fuck else you eat that's not very healthy. So next, we got the extreme bulk. You're definitely going to see some fat with this one, but you're for sure going to see muscle gain as well, right? Because you're giving your body a surplus of the calories that it needs. So this is basically what you want if you want to bulk up quick. And so the examples, before I say this, a gram of protein per pound of body weight, meaning once you choose one of these, you're going to want to eat. This is like the bodybuilding rule of thumb. I think that's what the saying is, or whatever the fuck it is. This is basically what bodybuilders say that you should do. You should eat a gram of protein per pound of body weight, okay? So when you're young, you think that protein shakes are the best way to go. Honestly, once you grow up and you mature and you realize that's a mistake, you will start to see that you'd much rather get that protein from meats. Because let's say chicken. Chicken has about 25 grams per every 4 ounces. It's like the best protein source. Why do you think that bodybuilders eat it so much? Because with 4 ounces, you get 25 grams of protein. And it's real protein. Your body, you're going to see different results as opposed to you drinking the milkshakes, right? The protein shakes. So you're going to want to eat a gram of protein per pound of body weight. Example, if you're 200 pounds, you're going to want to eat 200 grams of protein so that you can gain muscle, so that you can maintain the muscle. And if you're on an extreme cut, so hopefully you can preserve some of that muscle. If you keep your protein high, which that's one of the mistakes that I made, I didn't keep my protein too high. Now I know. And so you will definitely see some muscle loss, because I lost some inches off my arms. I lost some size. because I was at 15.5 at the peak. Obviously, you're going to lose some size as you cut, but I wouldn't have lost as much if I would have kept my protein intake high. So if you want to keep your muscle when you're cutting, make sure to get that gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you weigh 150 pounds, that's 150 grams of protein. You tailor it to whatever it is that you want. If you weigh 500 pounds, then you might need to do some research, because I don't think you need to be eating that much protein, all right? Next, here's the example. So basically, if you haven't caught on yet, the example is that, so let's just say, right, you're going to do the extreme cut. Let's just say you weigh 100 pounds. You're frail. You're like a stick. You probably have heard that all your life. Anyone could throw you around. So you're 100 pounds, right? And you multiply that times 7, which is the lowest that you should go on an extreme cut. So that's your number because you want to cut. You want to cut very fast. So 100 pounds times 7, this is a simplified number. You get 700 calories. You're going to be starving yourself. Okay? So 700 calories. If you hit that number every single day, then guess what? You're going to cut. You're going to look like you're starving yourself almost. If you have not built that muscle base, you're going to look like you're starving yourself. Now, if you have built that muscle base, you might lose a little bit of muscle on the way. That's normal. Same way you're going to gain fat as you bulk. It's normal. However, with this, you're going to be looking absolutely shredded, depending on how long you take it, right? Because if you've done it for a month and you don't see the results that you want, this is not the problem. The problem is that you need to do it for longer. So if 1 month goes by and you don't see anything, then you got to take it 2 months. I'm going to tell you a story. So when it was my time to cut, I remember I told myself, I want to see my abs. And I'm going to show you the pictures. I told myself, I want to see my abs. That's where I want to cut down to, because I've never seen my abs. Most of my fat goes down to my abdominal area, to my stomach area, right? Most of my fat goes there. And for all my life, I'd never seen my abs. And so I did this for about a month, or probably even close to 2. And I still couldn't see my abs. My body fat percentage was high. And so I was starting to tell myself, maybe I don't have abs. Pfft, what kind of shit is that? Of course I had abs. I just had to push it further. Until one day, I still kept it going. A few days later, I started to see a little bit of definition. And once you see that definition, you're going to get that motivation. And it's like, oh shit, wait, I do have abs. Let me keep this going. And so I kept it going. And what happened? I saw my abs for the first time. So if you haven't seen the result that you want, you got to keep it pushing. You got to keep going, right? Or maybe there's some things in your diet that needs to be tweaked. And if you're not very experienced, you're going to need someone like me to go ahead and help you out and tailor your diet to exactly what you need to see your results, all right? So next, if you're at maintenance, let's say you're 100 pounds, right? You multiply that times 13. You can choose any one of these, but I'm choosing 13 as an example. So that's 1,300 calories. If you eat 1,300 calories, then you're going to maintain the body that you have. Extreme bulk. So again, if you're 100 pounds, you multiply that times 19, you got 1,900 calories. And that's going to be your goal every single day. You're going to make sure you eat 1,900 calories. This is the simplified version, right? Because with macros, you got proteins, you got fats, and you got carbs. But I'm just giving you the simplified version, right? So let's say you hit 1,900 calories every single day because you want to bulk very fast. And you pair that with the 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, you're going to be looking like a beast. You're going to gain so much muscle. People might mistake you for Ronnie Coleman. They might say, Ronnie, is that you? Even if you're white, even if you're Chinese, even if you're Puerto Rican, people are going to think you're Ronnie Coleman. Because on this, you're going to be looking aki, bro. And so This is the simplified version, as you can see. So to go ahead and go over it one more time, you multiply the number times your body weight in pounds, and that's going to be your calories. And then you pair that with the gram of protein per pound of body weight, and you're going to be looking amazing. You're going to reach your goals. You just have to have the motivation. You have to hold yourself accountable in order to see that. And if you're someone who can't have the motivation every single day, which you can, but maybe you just don't know how to, and you don't know how to hold yourself accountable, then you need to send me a message, because I'm on here every day. I post videos every single day, for those of you who don't know. So this is my passion, and I'm willing to hold you accountable, keep you motivated, and make sure that you hit your goals 100%. If you follow this program, even if it's without me, if you follow this program, you're going to see your results. You're going to see results 100%. You just have to stick to it like glue. You have to think about, why do you want it? Why do I want this, right? Because a lot of people say they don't have motivation. Well, have you thought about why you want it? Because if you start something but you don't even know why you started it, then guess what? That's not going to keep you going. It's when you remember why you started, right? Oh, I'm tired of seeing my tits. Everyone has always bullied me. Everyone has always thought less of me. So guess what? That's why. I am going to become the best version of myself, because that's why. That's your why. That's going to keep you motivated. It's going to keep you going. And then on top of that, holding yourself accountable on the days where you don't feel like doing it. If you don't feel like doing it and you give in to those feelings, then guess what? You're not going to see results. But if you hold yourself accountable, meaning on that day where you don't feel like doing it, you tell yourself, no, we have a mission to complete. We have to get this result. This is why, and you'll see your results. But like I said, if you don't have that accountability, you don't have that motivation, hit me up. I got you. I will make sure we get everything tailored exactly how you want it, and I'll be there to motivate you and hold you accountable every single day. And so let's go ahead and show you guys really quick my timeline. So this right here, did I show you guys this already? I'm tripping. I already showed you guys this. All right, well, I'll show you guys one more time. As you can see, 130 pounds. Then I bulked up to 200. And then right over here, when I cut, the lowest I was 145. And I could have kept the cut going. I could have been peeled like dick skin. But guess what? My arms were starting to lose size. And that's the thing about a cut. With a cut, you look good with your shirt off, right? You look great. Pictures, everything. But when you put on a shirt, you feel like a bitch. Straight up. And then when you're on the bulk, as you can see, your arms look amazing in shirts. Look at that. Arms look amazing, but I had a bunch of fat around here. Look at that. I got fat around my love handles. But everything else, you look amazing in shirts. So that's the process, though. The process, basically, for those of you who want to know, is, let's say you're skinny, right? You bulk up, you're skinny and you bulk up, and now you put on the size, and then you cut it down. It's like a sculpture. You get a big slab of rock and you chisel it until you get the desired result. So you bulk up, you cut down, you bulk up, you cut down, you bulk up, you cut down, until you're at your desired body weight, your desired body type. Excuse me. And then that's when you go on to maintenance calories. Once you're at exactly where you want to be, you can maintain. Unless you want to get huge, it's up to you. If you want to be very aesthetic, that huge look is not going to cut it, right? Women will love a muscular body, but like that bodybuilder level, you're going to start reaching a niche, is what they call it. Like, not too many women are going to be into it unless you're going to compete and that's what you want to do. Cool, go for it. But if you just want to, look good when you go out to the beach and when you go out to the pool and your Instagram, whatever it is, if you're dating, you're just going to want to make sure you gain some muscle so that The body parts that women like is chest, back, arms. That's basically what you want to do. If you're fat, you're at an advantage. Honestly, if you're fat, you have an advantage because once you cut down, you're going to see all the muscle that was being built. The cut's going to go crazy because your fat ass has been building this muscle this whole time. So now you just got to cut off that fat and reveal what's underneath. And the same thing goes for, well, not the same thing, but someone who is small, you just got to build up your muscle base. So you have that V, so that you have your shoulders, you have your arms, you have your chest and your back, and now you're going to be looking aesthetic. All right, guys, so that's the video. Like I said, for those of you who don't know, this is a channel where I post every single day. I post motivational content. I post mindset. Sometimes I do reactions. But if you need someone to hold you accountable, keep you motivated, be with you every step of the way, and tailor your goals to exactly what you need to succeed, then go ahead and hit me up. optimalmancoaching@gmail.com. That's the video for today, guys. Peace out. I hope you like it.